You've probably seen the headlines everywhere, right? Celebrities are using them. Your friends might be talking about them, and they're all over social media. I'm talking about GLP-1 agonists. Medications like Ozempic and Wegovy. The buzz is deafening, and it's almost always about one thing: weight loss. And yes, they are incredibly effective for that. People are seeing results they've only dreamed of, and it's changing lives. But what if I told you that's only scratching the surface? What if these medications are poised to revolutionize medicine in ways we're only just beginning to understand? Stick around, because today we're pulling back the curtain on GLP-1 agonists to reveal their surprising and powerful benefits beyond shedding pounds. You might be shocked at what they can do. First, let's do a quick refresh. What exactly are GLP-1 agonists? GLP-1 stands for glucagon-like peptide 1. It's a natural hormone our gut releases when we eat. Its job is to tell our pancreas to release insulin, which helps control blood sugar. It also signals to our brain that we're full, slowing down how quickly our stomach empties. This combination is why they work so well for both type 2 diabetes, their original purpose, and weight management. The medications we're talking about are synthetic versions of this hormone designed to last longer and work more powerfully in our bodies. So, they were first approved for diabetes, then for weight loss. But the story doesn't end there. Not by a long shot. Researchers and doctors started noticing something else. Patients taking these drugs for diabetes or weight loss were also seeing improvements in other areas of their health, sometimes dramatic improvements. This sparked a wave of new research, and the findings are truly mind-blowing. Let's start with the big one: heart health. Heart disease is the leading cause of death globally, so anything that can make a dent in that is a massive deal. Major clinical trials, like the SELECT trial, have delivered stunning results. They looked at thousands of overweight or obese individuals who had existing cardiovascular disease but didn't have diabetes. The results were clear. Taking a GLP-1 agonist significantly reduced their risk of major adverse cardiovascular events. We're talking about a 20% lower risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from cardiovascular causes. Think about that! A 20% reduction! That's huge! It's not just about the weight loss, either. These drugs seem to have direct protective effects on the heart and blood vessels. They can reduce inflammation, which is a key driver of plaque buildup in arteries. They can also improve blood pressure and cholesterol levels. We now have a class of drugs that can simultaneously manage weight and directly protect the heart, tackling two of the biggest health challenges of our time. It's shifting the conversation from just treatment to proactive, powerful prevention. But the benefits don't stop at the heart. Let's talk about the kidneys. Chronic kidney disease is a serious and progressive condition, often linked to diabetes and high blood pressure. It can eventually lead to kidney failure, requiring dialysis or a transplant. Here again, GLP-1 agonists are showing incredible promise. Studies have shown they can slow the progression of kidney disease. For patients with type 2 diabetes, these medications have been found to significantly reduce the risk of new or worsening kidney problems. They do this by reducing pressure inside the delicate filtering units of the kidneys and by decreasing protein leakage in the urine, which is a key marker of kidney damage. For the millions of people living with the daily threat of declining kidney function, this offers a new ray of hope. It's another example of how these drugs are providing multi-system benefits, addressing the interconnected nature of chronic diseases. Now, let's move from the heart and kidneys up to the brain. This is where things get really fascinating. The brain. How can a gut hormone drug affect the brain? Well, it turns out GLP-1 receptors aren't just in your gut and pancreas. They're in your brain too. And this has opened up a whole new frontier of research into neurological and psychiatric conditions. One of the most exciting areas is neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. Early-stage studies are suggesting that GLP-1 agonists might have neuroprotective effects. They seem to reduce inflammation in the brain, improve the function of dopamine-producing cells, which are lost in Parkinson's, and help clear out the toxic protein plaques associated with Alzheimer's. While this research is still in its early days, the potential is immense. Imagine a future where a medication could not just manage symptoms, but actually slow down the progression of these devastating diseases. It doesn't stop with neurodegeneration. There's a growing body of evidence that GLP-1 agonists can influence addictive behaviors. This makes sense when you think about it. The same brain pathways that control our appetite for food are also involved in cravings for other things, like alcohol, nicotine, and even drugs. Some patients on these medications spontaneously report that their desire to drink alcohol or smoke has just faded away. They didn't even try to quit. They just lost the craving. Clinical trials are now underway to formally investigate this. Researchers are studying whether these drugs can be a new tool to help people overcome addiction. The early data is promising, suggesting they can reduce alcohol consumption in people with alcohol use disorder. This could be a revolutionary new approach to addiction treatment, a field that is desperately in need of more effective options. And there's more. Researchers are exploring their use in a whole host of other conditions. Take sleep apnea, a condition where you repeatedly stop and start breathing while you sleep, often linked to obesity. Studies showed that the weight loss from GLP-1 self can lead to a dramatic improvement in sleep apnea symptoms. We're also seeing promising research in fatty liver disease, or MASH, a condition where fat builds up in the liver, causing inflammation and damage. GLP-1s appear to help reduce liver fat and inflammation. There's even research looking into polycystic ovary syndrome, or PC, a hormonal disorder that can cause irregular periods, fertility issues, and metabolic problems. Given the link between PCOS and insulin resistance, these drugs could be a valuable tool. The list keeps growing. Every few months, it seems like a new study comes out suggesting another potential use for this incredible class of medications. So, what does this all mean? It means we are witnessing a major paradigm shift in medicine. We're moving away from treating individual symptoms and diseases in isolation. Instead, we're restarting to understand and treat the underlying metabolic dysfunction that connects so many of these chronic conditions. GLP-1 agonists are not a magic bullet. They have side effects, like nausea and other gastrointestinal issues, which can be significant for some people. They are also expensive and access can be a real issue, and we still have a lot to learn about their long-term effects. These are important considerations and part of the ongoing conversation we need to have. But their potential is undeniable. They are forcing us to rethink how we approach everything from heart disease and addiction to Alzheimer's. They started as a treatment for diabetes, became famous for weight loss, and are now emerging as a multi-purpose tool that could fundamentally change how we manage some of the most challenging health problems of our time. It's an incredibly exciting time in medicine, and the story of GLP-1 South is far from over. Thanks so much for watching. What are your thoughts on all these new potential uses? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into the latest in health and science. See you next time.